Great morning to you. Thank you for joining today. I hope that you had a restful sleep. And for any of you who work at night and then this is sort of your dinner meditation, hopefully you will have restful sleep following this meditation. Today, once again, we send energy, vibration, frequency toward ourselves, and ultimately it ends up being the rest of the world. The vibration of love, the vibration of light, the vibration of deep understanding of who we really are. Reminding ourselves regularly that we are not our thoughts, we are not our emotions or our feelings, but we are the knower, the knowing actually, even beyond knower. We're the knowing itself. It's often very paradoxical, our approach, because our approach is not your typical cause and effect. I think I mentioned this last Sunday in our Sunday morning connection chat that I don't buy into cause and effect. In other words, a victim of my circumstances. I'm at the mercy of how things roll out. I lean more toward cause and effect. Cause and effect. It's not that I'm in control in any way of what's happening in the universe, but I do manage my response to it. There's an old saying that says life is 90% or 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do with what happens to you, something along those lines. You know, what are you doing with what is happening to you? Are we in a place where we're able to have our peaceful awareness in the midst of whatever the storm may be, to be able to accept what is as it is? Because I know at the end of the day that I am the knowing, not the condition, the circumstance, or the situation that is known. And so I see this as our practice, to constantly remind ourselves that we are the knowing. I am the witness. I am the observer. I'm the witnessing. I'm the awareness. Last evening was our Midweek Connection. And the title of the Midweek Connection that I chose was From Competition to Cooperation. And it was from Tao, verse 68, where it talks about living life in cooperation rather than in competition. What is it within you that you're competing with? Sometimes we're competing with our own selves. I made a statement during the session that if you compete with your own self, even if you win, part of you loses, because it's you're competing with. But if you can find a way to cooperate with what's happening, to remember that nothing is really happening to you as much as things are happening, and sometimes you may be in the trajectory line of what's happening. Instead of taking life personal and attaching it to your personality, creating your own personal reality from all the externals. So, during our meditation today, it brings us back to those few words: tension, attention, intention. What part of my being am I holding the tension in? It's asking me to pay attention to it. And it's inviting me, the universe is inviting me to set a new intention, peaceful awareness. I mentioned also that even if there's disease, to be able to speak to the disease and say, to the cancer, the diabetes, high blood pressure, whatever disease you may be dealing with, to be able to say to the disease, if you're going to take up residence here, then my intention is to be at peace and harmony and wholeness, perfect health along with you. And if that doesn't work for you, then I just invite you to take up residence somewhere else. It may sound strange, but instead of seeing these as enemies and opponents and in a constant state of competition, see them as guests, treat them as guests. Remember that life is happening all around us. Very rarely is death happen around us. The reality is that sometimes life metamorphosizes into a different shape, but it's still life, even though it may look like death to us, or we've called it death. Sometimes it's just life happening on a different level. So, let's go into this space today. The sense of gratitude, a sense of power and strength. You are empowered to be the best version of you today. And you go into this space as the knowing, the awareness itself. So I invite you now to straighten your spine, soften your shoulders. Bring the focus and attention to the breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice how easily this art of life transpires without your direction. Just notice. As you come into this state of relaxation and simple awareness of the moment, you may notice a warm vibration. With your eyes gently closed, you may even sort of see a glow. The activity of the present moment is noticeable. And the stillness and the peace is always there, even if it is sometimes covered up by the mental noise. But notice in this moment that as you just take time to be, how everything becomes calm, still. Right now, in this present moment, you are sitting with the I Am presence. You are the I Am presence. So, allow your attention to flow toward the top of the head. This is the crown. where the crown chakra is. Notice the light of energy as it swirls around in that space. Warmth, a sense of well-being. And allow that energy of life, well-being, consciousness to flow from the crown all the way around to the back of the head, up around the ears, and then wrapping around to the forehead where the third eye resides, just slightly above the seeing eyes in the middle of the forehead. Allow that warmth to just swirl around there for just a moment. This energy, bringing everything into alignment. And the third eye begins to open. And you know that you can live your life not just with eyesight, but also with insight, intuition, discernment. And now allow this light of well-being and consciousness to flow down into the cheeks, tracing down around the jawbones, all the way to the chin, to the mouth, the nose. Feel the sense of warmth as if the sun was shining on your face. Notice a sense of relaxation coming into the face. We show a lot of emotion. In fact, we show a lot of what we're experiencing on our faces. Right now, just allow the face muscles to just relax and be nurtured and regenerated by this presence. Feel the warmth and maybe a vibrational tingle as this light swirls around in that space. This is the light of pure presence. It's the connection that you have with consciousness, with eternity, God, Holy Spirit. And now allowing this light of well-being and healing and regeneration to flow down from the chin and into the throat. This is the throat chakra. This is the place from which your voice comes, your story, the way you narrate your life. Allow this presence, this well-being, this light of warmth, and illumination to swirl around in the throat chakra area, regenerating, healing, giving you power and your strength back to tell the story of your life the way you want to tell it, not with a sense of cause and effect. You're not a victim of circumstances. While this light is swirling around in the throat chakra, bring yourselves now into this saying that we've adopted. And say it aloud, using the power of this throat chakra. Repeating after me. I am the knowing, not the condition. not the circumstance, not the situation that is known. I am the knowing. Now allow this light, this warmth, this energy of well-being to move down into the heart space. Feel this warmth, this vibration and energy as it regenerates the heart space, this space that allows you to be wide open, filled with love and compassion and kindness. This is the space that allows you to move past judgments and past the biases of built-in conditioning. The space of grace and the space of love. Feel that heart space opening wide, creating a sense of spacious consciousness. Remember that you can be the host to everything while being attached to nothing. And now allow this warm light, this vibration, this energy of well-being and consciousness, the knowing, to flow from the heart space down into the abdomen toward the solar plexus. Remember that as this energy is moving throughout the chakra, your whole body is being regenerated. You're simply aligning and realigning with pure presence, reminding yourself that you are not just a human being, you are a spiritual being, having a human experience. Again, connected to all things, but not attached to anything. Feel this sense of bravery and courage, confidence, even a sense of quiet boldness as this light, this vibration, this energy swirls around in the solar plexus area. Knowing in the core of your being that you are the awareness and you are the knowing, and nothing shall by any means harm you. I am healed, whole, and complete. I am that I am. So now allow this vibrating light and energy field to flow down from the solar plexus into the sacral. Notice the warmth and the healing as it moves into the sacral space. And as it does, there's a powerful sense of creativity and imagination that begins to open up like a flower itself. And you know that in any given circumstance you can discern and see clearly creative ways to work with any situation. There's a knowing within yourself that you are pure presence, awareness, knowing, and that you are creative, imaginative, powerful. from this space of the sacral, you are able to conceive the life you want, the life of your choosing. And you're able to perceive in the midst of any circumstance the solutions, the answers. You are the knowing even in the midst of uncertainties. So this vibrational light of well-being and pure presence swirling around in the sacral, you notice that it begins to migrate toward the base of the spine, moving around from the front, the pelvic area, around the hips and down to the back and into the base of the spine. And this is the root chakra. And you notice that although you are grounded and your foundation is strong, you have this powerful sense of fluidity, the ability to flow, to go, and to grow with the flow, because you are rooted. And you're not rooted into solidity, but you're rooted in the fluidity of spirit, of pure presence. And there's a knowing that comes over you now in this space. That the only one that can really hold me back from the life I want is me. And I choose not to. I choose cooperation with life and with pure presence over competition. There is nothing and no one to really compete with. There's nothing to really win or lose. I am open to everything and yet attached to no thing in particular. And now feel this warm light as it is swirling around in the root chakra. Feel it actually begin to spread out. And it spreads now through the entire pipeline of the chakra system: root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown. And from the crown it reaches up into the quantum field of all that's possible. And there's a deep sense of connection, connectedness, oneness with. And now the entire being is filled with light, vibration, energy. And you also notice that the whole being is filled with darkness. For darkness and light work together in unison and in unity, and both are necessary. But you notice that you are not afraid of the dark. You notice its value. And a deep sense of peace and stillness is discovered, for it was there the whole time. You see, divinity is not something you become. It's something you discover. Enlightened is not something we become or something we create. It's what you are already. You simply discover and recover it. I'll invite us into a series of 3 deep breaths. In through the nose about 4 or 5 seconds. Hold for 1 or 2 seconds and then simply let it go. Preparing now for that first breath. Begin. Thank you. Thank you. And that second breath together. Begin. Thank you. Thank you. And that third breath together. Begin. Thank you. And I'll ask us once again to repeat this. I am the knowing, not the condition, not the circumstance, not the situation that is known. I am the knowing. And so it is. Namaste. Namaskar. Amitifo. Aho. Om. Love and mercy, peace and grace, truth and tranquility, serenity, courage, comfort, kindness, compassion. And so it is. And so it is. And so I am. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Wow. What a wonderful way to spend the middle part of our week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of each week. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for the energy you bring to it. Thank you for being one who is willing to practice this discipline. As you do, the world gets an upgrade because you're in it. Imagine how many people and environments you are raising the vibration in. Living fully and completely aware of our divine nature, the truth of who you really are. Please consider making plans to be with us in person. We're going to have an in-person gathering on October the 30th. It's a Saturday at 3 p.m. We will be in the Chattanooga area. That flyer is on our Facebook page. It will go up again today. It's also in our Facebook chat room on Messenger. It will be advertised again, of course, on Sunday. If you didn't get a chance to join us for Midweek Connection, it is on our archives on the Facebook page and on YouTube. If you feel like there's someone else who could benefit from this practice, please invite them to be a part. Also, thank you for continuing to give to support. Not everyone supports financially. So for those of you who do, I just want to say thank you for continuing to give. Not everyone maybe can or maybe have reached a place where it's of that deep of value to them. There's no judgment. But this is a moment to say thank you to the partners that are out there who do make this possible. Thank you for being here, though. Your presence matters more than anything else. And I mean that. Otherwise, I'd just be in this room by myself, which I could do. But I don't have to because of you. Much love to you. We will see you on Sunday. Now go and make it a great rest of the week because you can.